why are CEOs and others so concerned about sustainability these days? If you do medium to long range planning, you sort of look and say, 10 billion people, how are we going to feed all those people? Particularly 10 billion people whose wealth is going up, and so their consumption levels will go up a lot more. And you look at all the statistics about what's happening with water use, what's happening with access to metals, what's happening with access to other things becoming more and more scarce. And those are real business issues. So then you say, well, is that something charity can address? Not enough charitable money. Is that something public money can address? Not enough public money. If we can only get wealthy by being filthy, if we can only get filthy rich, we're going to have terrible difficulties figuring out how do we keep the planet the kind of place where we want our kids and our grandkids to live. So the big question is, are there opportunities for businesses to use their great strengths, the need to respond to demands to help address some of these things? We're seeing everything from CEOs of companies coming here and saying, we need to hire people who know about sustainability, but also know about classic business approaches for managing different things. So we had the chairman of Alcoa come in, and we had a nice conversation with him about what kind of skill sets are they looking for in their people? And he said, well, we really like people with sort of a T approach, which is a demonstrated ability to be an expert in an area, but then in a demonstrated ability to be able to connect that area across lots of other domains. And one of the nice things about being at Yale is we teach a number of courses at the School of Forestry and Environmental Studies that are about business and the environment, but go into more depth on the science side. Or if you're really interested in design, there's courses at architecture that think about planning and landscape planning. There's courses at engineering that think about how do you make stuff, and that links into the innovation program here. And there's actually a lab where you can go make stuff with 3D printers and whatnot. So we're actually going to have an environmental marketing, sustainability marketing class of its own offered by traditional SOM faculty next year. Okay. Secondly, the Global Network for Advanced Management and all the business schools around the world that are working on this offer opportunities for these small networked online classes. Last semester, we did one involving 40 students from 12 business schools across 15 time zones, looking at what are these resource systems in which companies depend and in which they're embedded, and then what are the business dilemmas in those. And there the students had the opportunity to sort of go back and forth with each other and work in global teams, because so much of these issues come up in situations where you need a diversity of backgrounds.